Welcome to I Love Snow Real Talk, your daily FIS snow sports debrief where sports experts and legends meet and discuss the games. My name is Melina Merkhoffer. I'm a former professional freestyle snowboarder and coach of the Austrian legend Anna Gasser, which already brings me to my first topic actually, because last night after our second show was the men's big air final. And I mean, if you've seen that competition, that was absolutely incredible. Everyone just put up their best tricks, and we had a really impressive podium with some names you might have not expected on the podium. In first place, it was Kira Kimura. In second place, Ryoma Kimata. He was the world champ from last year in Silvaplana. And then in third, it was Su Yiming, who is the last Olympic champion. And I think that podium was just incredible. But I mean, today was a big day. So we have to talk about today. And I'm really happy to announce that we have a very special guest today. Women's ski sport expert, former athlete, true legend of alpine skiing, overall World Cup champion, world champion, Olympic medalist, and one of Austria's most successful athletes of all time, Alexandra Meisnitzer. Welcome to the show. I'm happy you can join us.
Hello, thank you for the invitation. Thank you for having me, and thank you for these really nice words. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
of course. Where are you joining us from?
Well, I'm sitting in Cortina in the hotel, and yeah, we had a really exciting race today, and so I will be here the next days too and see what's going on. And yeah, it's the special feeling. Olympics, I think, especially at the Olympics, there are no races where yeah, success and failure lie as close as at the Olympics, and so you can feel it.
That is very true. That already brings me to my first topic because I mean, we have a picture of you and Lindsey Vonn. I mean, you said mistakes and success is very close, but let's take us back in time to that picture of you and Lindsay on the podium.
Yeah, well, that was my last race in 2008. I retired after that race and I got third, and Lindsay, she got second. And I think it was probably the best timing to retire because afterwards she won almost every race. So it was good. No, it was a really nice race, and I remember the times were good. And I had a long career. Yeah, many races, also injuries. It was kind of like an up and down, but of course I remember the nice situations like the last race with Lindsay on the podium. That was something really special.
Yeah, I can absolutely imagine. And I mean, we travel so much together, right? And you compete and train probably at the same locations as well. So I'm pretty sure you have kind of a bound to her as well as probably a friend as well.
Well, yeah, all over the years we raced against each other, and afterwards I was working, I think, almost 15 years for the TV as a skiing expert, and of course I met her many times, and I really appreciate because I was the one like following her races. I was commentating her races and all her gold medals, and so of course, yeah, that's kind of like connecting, and I always appreciated what she was doing because she's for me one of the most inspiring persons we have in the ski world cup.
Yeah, I guess then it is even harder to see such a good friend and inspiring person struggle today and taking such a horrible crash. 2 years ago, I remember she said in an interview that she wants to win a medal and everything else would be a disappointment. But I mean, if you're looking at her injury and everything, do you still think that she is disappointed about it? Or what went wrong actually? Can you walk us through what happened?
Well, let me say first, I really hope yeah, she feels better soon. It was, I think, tough for everyone to see that today because when she came back, when she said, "Okay, I'm gonna come back. I want to race. I'm 40 now. After all this time, after all the surgeries, it's possible to make a medal at the Olympics." You know, many people they were saying that's not possible because we all, to be honest, are setting our boundaries. And she came and she just pushed the limit. And I would say in December after her victory in St. Moritz, everyone said, okay, that's really amazing. That the story she's telling, that anything is possible, that you can do it. That's, for me, it's so important because she has such a strong impact on society through all generations. She has real influence with
Yeah.
everything she did in the last weeks and months. And now, yeah, the season was going brilliant. She wore the red tricot, means that she's the best in the downhill World Cup. So everything was just going well until Grand Montana. And she crashed again with the bad injury, and everyone else was still saying, okay, now it's not possible anymore. And she just kept going, and she was posting, it's not over until it's over. And I
Yeah.
think that's such a strong message. And then she stood on the start. I watched her yesterday in the training run. We had actually no visibility. It was really flat light. It was hard to ski. And she was just going for it. And she was just 3 tenths out. And I watched her in the finish area, and she was like, yeah. That's the point. I think that was the moment where she knew, okay, tomorrow I can win the gold medal. And today she was on the start. If you saw her face, how convinced she was, how focused she was. And then she's entering on the top the turn. This turn is kind of like a little traverse. And that means you have to be on your left foot really clean. And she was skiing it actually brilliant. She was much higher if you compare the lines than the other racers. And she was just a little too high. I mean, now I'm talking about a few centimeters too close to the gate, and that's when her arm got caught. And it was kind of like, I would say, even bad luck that there wasn't a need. There was, she was really convinced. She was probably pushing a little bit too hard, so she has that high line. But yeah, with the crash, if you would have been in the finish area, it was totally quiet. All the people, they were, you could even feel the energy. They were sad, and everyone was just hoping that she's kind of like okay. And when she was in the helicopter, people were cheering for her, looking up to the helicopter. And I never saw something like that in my skiing life, not as a racer, not as a commentator at the TV. And I think we need personalities like her, because she's connecting, she's uniting all the nations, and everyone is feeling sorry. And I'm still saying everything she did was just amazing. And then I'm sure the story's not over now. Like she's saying, it's not over until it's over, and we just keep going with her. And yeah, I just cross my fingers that, yeah, that she's okay
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. And I mean, if we look at this the starting lists at the moment in the women's field, you can see women still competing in like their late 20s, 30s, and even 40s. And I mean, that is such an incredible shift in the sport and mindset. Do you think it's mindset or different training methods, or what's your take on that?
I would say it's pretty much mindset,
Hmm.
because we got told, in my age, I got told, okay, that's the way you're going. You need to do this and that, and then you get there. And as soon as you're there, then okay, that's the limit, and you can't go any further. But that's not right. And I think, especially in sports, we make this, yeah, this experience that is different. And when I think back, I was 5. I was 5, and I told everybody at home, I will be a world champion in skiing one day. And I think the best part in, or the best thing in being 5 is, they are not telling you it's not possible.
Mm.
And sometimes I ask myself now, with my age, I'm 52, am I still thinking that big like before? Do I still have dreams, wishes, goals? And I think if you're convinced, if you want to go, if you want to do something, if it's
Yeah.
skiing or whatever it is, just go ahead. And I really love this kind of attitude, because it's different now. The energy is different now, and women are getting stronger, and they keep pushing the limits. And I think that's really, really important.
I absolutely agree. In Park and Pipe, we now even have a mother competing
Yeah,
in free ski halfpipe, which is absolutely incredible in my beliefs. So,
yeah.
but I mean, despite the tragedy that happened today, we also have to talk about the podium. I mean, Breezy, that was absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I would say she's the one for the big events, because in last year in February, at the World Championships in Saalbach, she got world champion, and now she's back and with the Olympic gold medal. And I think it's just, yeah, it's amazing. And if you watched her run, I don't know what it was, but it was, she was attacking from the first moment. And it was not just skiing precise or clean. It was much more really brave,
Mm.
just carrying the speed from top to bottom. You shouldn't forget at the beginning in the Tofana shoes, they speed up until 135 kilometers per hour. And what she did is she just kept going, even when her line was not perfect. She got wider sometimes, but she just let the skis go, and that worked out really, really well. And she was, yeah, but when I saw her, I think she's starting number 6. I said, okay, that's the time to beat. It's not going to be easy for the other ones because we all saw that was something really, really special. And yeah, but you also have to use that kind of, I don't know if it's right if I say it in English, that momentum at the
Mhm.
Olympic Games. You have Olympic Games, or yeah, just 4 years, in a period of 4 years,
Mm.
and then you have, yeah, Sofia Gotcha with the bronze medal, and I was cheering for her because she was dominating the downhill World Cup the last years. And so I'm really happy. And she had a big mistake on top. She also started pretty nervous, and she lost there a lot of time because she lost speed, about 5 kilometers per hour. Doesn't sound much, but it is a lot if you have to, yeah, if you're entering a flat part. And with Emma Eicher winning silver, that's really cool because she's kind of like our shooting star. She's young, and she's the one who is doing all events. She's the only one who's doing all events, and that means that she's on the road all the time. She has no breaks. She never rests actually, and
Mm.
she's a really big talent. So I'm really convinced we will hear from her a lot the next years.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
that's so that's very, very exciting. So, but yeah, so much for women's alpine skiing at the moment, and we're gonna move on to snowboard parallel giant slalom now, which brings me right to our next guest, 16 World Cup podiums, four-time World Cup winner, Austrian legend Alexander Payer. How are you doing?
Hello, and thanks for welcoming me to your channel. It's a great honor, and yeah, here I am.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, you've been out there competing, and I'm very happy you made it. So that's incredible. How was your day? How was your run? Walk me through what happened today.
To be honest, my day was not the best day I ever had on a snowboard. I did two good runs in qualification, but it wasn't enough for the finals of the top 16. But in the end, it was a very good day for myself because my wife won the silver medal. So in total, as a family, it turned out to be a very good day. So yeah, it's all
Absolutely.
good.
That's incredible. So maybe we can talk together about the podium, because I am new to the sport. I have watched a couple of parallel slalom races, so maybe you can help me and understand a bit better and walk me through the podium. So on the women's side, it was Susanna Madarova, and I think that was very special because it's her first Olympic game medal, no World Cup victory so far, but I think 5 World Cup podiums. So, and then we have in second place also incredible, like yeah, I mean your wife. I mean her story is incredible. The last 2 Olympic games she couldn't compete. Pyeongchang she got injured, I think.
Yeah.
Beijing she got COVID.
hmm
So how unlucky can you be? And now with the absolute dream finish on the podium, that's incredible. And then in third place we have Lucia Dalmasso, Italian, second start, and yeah, I think maybe you have some background stories about those people as well.
Yeah, I mean, our sport is especially on the female side. Our sport is growing a lot over the past years. Like when we had like a few years ago, we had very strong nations with a lot of good girls. But now we have so many different nations which coming up with incredible girls. Like especially Susanna who won today. She's almost a yeah she's a one man show. You know, like she has a coach who is also her tech. It's like her coach from the childhood up now to the World Cup. They are really a dream team, and
Mm,
she's planning herself the training calendar. She's telling when we go for training, how many days we're going to spend on snow. So she's really totally into it, and she's a huge talent, especially
mm,
for her very young age, and especially with her hip injury last year and her surgery over the summer. She really did an amazing job. Then on the second place, as you already said, it's Savina, it's my wife. We are now like 8 years together, and we had this Olympic drama over the past years quite a lot. Like in Pyeongchang 8 years ago, she had like She broke her ankle and her shin right at the race before the Olympic start. So it was a heartbreaking moment to sit with her in the hospital and seeing this X-ray popping up. Then yeah, so she was already qualified at this time. The next time in China, she already made it to China, but the day before our competition, she get tested positive on COVID, so she needs to go to this COVID hospital, whatever. But she didn't feel sick, so she just was tested positive. And on place number three, we have a really big sweetheart from Italy. Lucia is like, I don't know if you saw the pictures, but I think she was already crying before she passed the finish line. And I'm really happy for her because she also had not always easy times in snowboarding, especially on a mental side. But today she really showed off. Yeah, this is an absolutely great podium. Three different nations, from 33-year-old Sabine to the very young Czech girl. So really a good team.
Yeah, that's incredible. Then let's move to the men's podium because I think it was a teammate, I guess,
Yeah.
Benjamin Kahl and the Korean. Yeah, and I mean, maybe you can walk me through the podium.
Let's start from place three on. The
Yeah.
place three is Teodor Zamfirov. He's a very young boy from Bulgaria. He showed up on the World Cup stage, I think last year, and he already won last year the World Championship in slalom, in
Mhm.
paraslalom in St. Moritz. So he's a huge talent. He's coming from a crazy snowboard family. Like everyone in this family loves to snowboard. Also, his sister is competing. She was also today, I think, placed 10 or 11. Then we came to Sang Yong Kim. He's like my age, so we are competing against each other for almost a decade.
Oh wow. Did we lose him?
Not a lot of
Oh,
athletes from Korea.
yeah.
Then we have on place number one the legend himself, Benji. As soon as
Mhm.
there is a big event coming up somewhere, you can be sure Benji is ready. I don't know how he managed this always because when we go for a training, he's sometimes not the fastest, but as soon as there is a bib number on, he will go for the podium, and he delivered again. I mean, it's now his fourth medal on Olympic Games and the second gold in a row.
Yeah, that's incredible. I remember when I was in Beijing 4 years ago, I think I saw him with a golden helmet.
Yeah,
What
he
happened
had
to
a
that
golden
helmet?
helmet. Today he had a
But
silver one, but it
oh,
doesn't
a
change
silver
at
one.
all.
Okay. He just decided not to wear a golden helmet anymore.
Yeah,
Okay, that's funny. But
exactly.
yeah, that is also our photo of the day. I guess yeah, it speaks
That's
for
the Hermann
itself.
Mayer pose. Maybe you remember this pose of him. Like Hermann Mayer once ripped his race suits, and he said it was a big idol of him. And when he won again gold, then he wants to do that too.
That's incredible. I guess yeah, you have a long night today because you have a medal ceremony, I believe, with your
No,
wife.
the medal ceremony was already done
Oh,
right in the finish area, so she has
yeah.
already her medal, and she entered already now our room. So the medal is already here,
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
yeah, somewhere
There
here is
she
the medal.
is. Congratulations.
Bravo, gratuliere.
That's
Oh,
amazing. I
oh.
was
Come here.
uh, I was today I was told your story with being so unlucky at the last two games and then this dream finish. That's incredible.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Congratulations. How
Yeah.
are
It
you
was,
feeling?
oh, very good. It was a very long road with lots of disappointments on this Olympic road, let's say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy today. Relieved.
So now I guess you had your doping control, so are you allowed to have your first champagne?
Yeah, I had it already with my family and friends in the
Perfect.
finish.
That's
But now
amazing.
I will get ready for TV. So thank you
Yeah.
all.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was incredible. What an amazing moment. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm going to quickly talk about tomorrow because we have a very big day tomorrow as well from my perspective, especially because we have free ski park and pipe slopestyle finals. And yeah, we have the battle of the battle, Mathilde Cremont versus Eileen Gu, the absolute superstar, and which is also super impressive because I think she's the woman that she earns the most money in sports. So yeah, I think that's incredible that we have a winter sport athlete that is so successful in sport and shows the power of women in sport, which is awesome. So today, that is definitely a must watch. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for joining this show. It was incredible having you, and I hope you can enjoy the night tonight. You're gonna celebrate a bit, I guess, Alex.
We will do our
And
best. Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much, and check out all our FIS channels to keep updated updates and everything. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow at the next show at 6 p.m. on this channel. I see you tomorrow.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
See
you
you.
guys.
Spaß beim Feiern, Alex. Tschüss.
Danke. Tschüss.
Ciao.